Defense. Dun, 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 dun. Defense. Dun, 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 dun. Defense. Dun, 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 dun. That's the name of the game, guys. Defense has taken the Milwaukee Bucks very far this year, man. And see, take note, Pacers, that's how you keep your lead. You never take your foot off of the pedal. Okay, you make adjustments to whatever the other team's trying to do, and you play with intensity. All right, you play as if the game is tied, not that you're. Oh, we have a 26-point lead. We can relax. No, this is the playoffs. Okay, Milwaukee is showing me something, man. They're a 6 seed, but they're playing like the 3rd seed. The Raptors are playing like they're the 6th seed, even though they're the 3rd seed. I've never been sold on this Raptors team, man. Never. Like, I, I think they were they were a little bit deeper last year in certain ways. Well, I can't really say that. Like, last year, the Raptors, well, they have essentially the same team. They're just missing a couple of guys like Bismack Biyombo and maybe a couple other guys. But one thing I remember about the Raptors last year, even though they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they had a lot of times, a lot of games where they struggled, right? And one thing about watching the Raptors is they have to have DeRozan and Lowry to play well just to be in games and win. Like, I rarely see the Raptors blow a team out. Just like in game 2, I think they won by like 5 or 6 points. Something like that, right? But when they're not playing well, I've never seen a team get blowed out so consistently. And if you think I'm lying, go all the way back to last year's playoffs. When the Raptors did not play well, they got their asses handed to them. I mean, it was some ugly fucking blowouts. I think in the Eastern Conference Finals, in the games that they lost to the Cavaliers, they lost by an average of 28 points a game. Like, they would get their ass blown. And this was another example of that, man. Defense, man. DeRozan, normally the more solid of the two, 0 for 8 from the field. All of his 8 points came from the foul line. 0 for 8. Kyle Lowry, only 13 points. Once again, did not show up for his team. Don't ever mention this guy to me amongst the best players in the NBA. You know, but I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, you got LeBron and you got DeRozan and Westbrook and, you know, Durant and Curry and, you know, you got all these other guys. Lowry. What the fuck you just said? Curry? No. Right after that. Lowry, don't ever fucking say that name again. He's not on their level. A playoff performance, when it comes to playoffs, man, the guy absolutely chokes. Last year, I remember he shot something like 35% in the playoffs. I might be a little off with that, but he shot something like 35% in the playoffs. This year, it's like the same thing over again. Like, the dude just... Toronto has a lot of bad shooting nights, man. And when they lose ugly. For the Bucks, solid games. I'm going to try to attempt to say his name again. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Think I got it. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Tremendous game from him. This guy is going to be... I wouldn't be surprised, man, if he really works on his game, in particular his outside shot, to be more consistent. This guy's going to be possibly, years from now, the face of the NBA, man. I really do believe that. The guy's just phenomenal, man. Chris Middleton, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Other players chipped in. Greg Monroe, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Michael Beasley hit a couple of three-pointers, finished with 13 points. And they got contributions from a lot of different players, man. Matthew Dellavedova, I know the Cavaliers miss him, 10 points. I think Milwaukee, the Raptors can still win this series, man, but it's like for them to win, they have to have their three playing well, and they have to be able to knock down their shots. Like, they have to play exceptionally well to win. I'm noticing that against the Bucks. They have to play very well to win. And, whereas the Bucks, Giannis doesn't necessarily have to have a gangbusters game for them to win. Despite the fact that they're a 6 seed, I'm noticing that they have some weapons on this club, man. Greg Monroe, for years he was, a solid player with the Detroit Pistons. Michael Beasley, early in his career, was projected to be a potential all-star. He never lived up to that, but he, is a guy who can score. Matthew Dellavedova, we all remember him for his tenacious defense when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Chris Middleton is very solid. They have, actually, to be honest with you, man, they have more weapons than Toronto. Especially when the Raptors have to depend so much on Lowry and DeRozan. They got nothing from, what's his name? I think it's DeMar Carroll. Got nothing, 3 points. Serge Ibaka contributed very little. I'm telling you, man, they play tomorrow. The Raptors got to play with a sense of urgency tomorrow, man. The series is not over. 2-1 is, still everybody's ball game. But I think if they lose tomorrow, talking about the Raptors, I think that fat bitch will start warming up the sink really soon. And it's going to be a very disappointing season for the Raptors if they get eliminated in the first round after being in the Eastern Conference Finals just last year. So, but Milwaukee is a team. I remember Charles Barkley saying the same thing, that he thought that this team was too talented to be this far down in the seeding. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're young. The core is still relatively young. Let me look at this lineup. Yeah, Middleton, Giannis, Antetokounmpo. Starting to get it. Antetokounmpo. Oh, shit. I got it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, yes, I got it. But anyway, their core is still relatively young. And they don't really probably have a prominent team leader. But this team will, if they, stay the course, man, and Giannis continues to develop as a player, this Bucks team is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference. I mean, in the future, okay? Because LeBron James is not going to play forever. And even if he does, Father Time loses to no one. So this is a team, I think, right here that could be a force. Remember, I'm saying this, Milwaukee Bucks are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next couple of years, man. Tell me what you guys think.